And just into the Situation Room, news of a new provocation by North Korea. Let's go to CNN Pentagon correspondent Oren Lieberman. What are you hearing, Oren?
Pamela, North Korea may well have launched a ballistic missile, according to the Japanese Coast Guard, which warned ships in the area that this may have been a ballistic missile launch coming from North Korea and warned those ships to look out for falling debris. Meanwhile, the South Korean Joint Chiefs said that the North Koreans launched what they called an unidentified projectile. So we're certainly waiting for more information from them. That projectile launched towards the sea, towards Japan, off the Korean peninsula. This would be the second launch in just a matter of days from North Korea. Let's remember that over the weekend, the North Koreans carried out 2 launches of what were described as short-range projectiles, possibly cruise missiles or large artillery. There were no statements around that, and it went fairly quietly. This, a much bigger statement. Again, potentially a ballistic missile as we wait for more information. That would be much larger scale and a much bigger challenge, a much bigger statement to the Biden administration. There were some officials and analysts who expected the North Koreans to make some sort of provocative action at the beginning of an administration, as they have done in the past. This may well be that statement. We'll have to wait for more information about what was launched and what exactly the power of that projectile was before we know that for sure. But that's certainly what we're watching for at this point. South Korea and Japan put out statements immediately. They didn't do that over the weekend, an indication that this is something that certainly is up on their radar immediately. Pamela, it's worth remembering that the Biden administration and senior administration officials said that the launches over the weekend were fairly normal and on the lower end of the spectrum. It's unlikely, I think, that they'll say the same about this launch, but we are certainly waiting to see there.
And how else do you expect